Good morning. Today on the show, we're going to cover Britt Baker, talk about MJF's penis, pretty sure. The Hardy Boyz' possible comeback and Summerslam Preview. Let's get to it.
Yo, listen up. It's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw. Bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred. Talking smack, getting you hyped up hard. Calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling straight from the heart.
Oh, we are back. It's been 12 days. Welcome to Summer Slam Saturday. Welcome back, boys. How are we doing?
Tired, my friend. Very tired. You got to go on vacation.
Doing good.
Do you think that I wanted to come back and look at you motherfuckers?
Probably not.
I missed you guys. I ain't gonna lie. I even missed Scotty.
It was a boring week.
It was a boring week. What's up, Lacey? Hardy's in the house.
Without doing the podcast, it was boring. Not talking to you knuckleheads, a couple times during the week. So
There's been a lot of shit going on, and I'm be honest with you, and this is the second time I've said I'm gonna be honest with you, so I'm probably lying. I have not been keeping up with much, like a little bit, but not a lot. I didn't watch. First time I haven't watched Raw in probably 3 fucking years, possibly. Actually, the last couple of vacations I was on, I watched it in the hotel room. Didn't watch Raw. Watched 3/4 of Dynamite, and I watched all of SmackDown from last night. So I'm a little caught up, but still a little behind. But we're gonna get into some wrestling news here, but real quick. I just want to say hi to you guys because Jeremy. I missed you, buddy.
Miss you too, Bubby.
You're starting to become a permanent fixture on the podcast here. So you had an interview on Thursday, which I watched, and then I turned it off because I got tired of hearing your voice. But I watched you with stunning Adam Armstrong. How did that?
Yes,
how did you think that interview went?
you mean
I think it went good. I think it went great. I do. I think it went really good.
He was kind of a dick. I like it.
A little bit, but that's just to be expected from somebody with stunning in their name.
If you've never seen him without his shirt on, he is stunning.
Yes,
Stunning.
I start cracking up every time the Footloose song comes on the music at the store overnight.
It is catchy. He has made that. Listen, that song. So, believe it or not, if you look at the top Billboard 100 right now, that song is at 99, and that's because of Adam. That is because of Double A.
Oh, gosh.
Just saying. So anytime Kevin Bacon wants to give him a call and maybe get an autograph, probably because he's actually making Footloose relevant again. Kenny Loggins is relevant again. Welcome back, Ricky. You had you went to the Oriole game the other night, got burned up.
I went last Sunday. It was
You're the
Adley
whitest
Rutschman
burnt guy I've ever seen.
because it's only on my arms, the back of my neck, and my kneecaps for right where my shorts cut off.
So I was at the beach, and Damien was with me.
What wasn't a good day to forget the sunblock.
Damien's knees were beat red too. I was like, how do these white boys only get their knees red? Like the rest of him, you could tell where he put on, like he sprayed like graffiti. I don't know if he just tagged himself, but he had like lines and his kneecaps were like blood red. I was like, bro, they look horrifically painful. Oh no, I don't feel them. I was like, yeah, because they know.
They done singed all the nerve endings.
So you and your boy had a good time at the Oriole game.
Yo's won that day.
He also got his first chance, right? Did we talk about this the other week where he got his chance to go to ATCW? Did we talk about that?
I can't even remember. It's
I
been
don't
so
remember
damn
it.
long.
Did he have a
He
good
did.
time? Did he have a
He
good
did.
time?
He did. He wants to come back in, was it a couple weeks?
Does he want to be a wrestler?
He's mentioned it a couple times.
Time, don't fucking do it. Scotty, I missed you too, buddy. How have you been? How has your week been? Still wearing makeup and glitter and shit?
Oh yeah, still finding glitter in places I shouldn't find glitter, but
It
yeah.
is weird. Like you wipe your ass and it's shiny for one. And you don't know. You know how it gets. It's glitter. It's the blood of the devil. So
The glitter helps him see places he hasn't seen in years.
that's right. Like it's all reflective. Super reflective. I'm going to throw up. I just. So speaking of throwing up, I was in South Carolina. Jonathan Cross was on a private beach this week. We call our beach Della Myrtle. Della Myrtle. So Marvin's in the house. What's up, Marvin? So I went on vacation. My girlfriend and I went on, or my fiance and I went on vacation. I went to Myrtle Beach with a bunch of friends. Had a great time. Decided to put cooking oil on, right? Got to get these tan lines taken care of. So, got a nice little crispy burn. I went on my very first sea fishing trip. Has anybody ever been deep sea fishing?
No.
Anyone? Don't fucking do it. It was probably the worst experience I've ever had in life. I'm being told it really wasn't that choppy out there. So, and I'm like, I've been on plenty of boats. I've water skied all my life. And, I like the bathtub. So I've been in plenty of bodies of water. And you laugh, but in the bathtub, I really get to rocking and rolling, right? Especially when the granddaughter and Barbies are in there. You sit on them the wrong way. Anyway.
Oh, God.
I'm back. So I'm black. Oh, he's black. What? Get out of here.
What?
Marvin's black. I don't know if anybody knew that. Marvin is black. Thank you, Marvin. For the
No clue.
update, we don't see color on this. We make fun of everybody.
Yeah.
We don't see color. We will make fun of you when you're not around now. John Laramie's in the chat for sure. So we go on this deep sea fishing trip, and everybody else has got these little Dramamine patches on. I'm like, pussies. Anyway, so we're riding. I'm like, oh, there he is. Oh, Austin Bartell's in the house. So anyway, we're riding. We're out in the boat. Everything's fine. And I'm like, whew. This is, I'm a little, starting to feel a little weird. I'm like, all right, it'll be okay. So we catch I can't remember what kind of fish it was. It's a fish with teeth. What is that with the fish with teeth? It's not a piranha. It's a big, long fish. Can't remember. Anyway, we catch this thing's a monster. Like, it's a monster. It's probably 3.5 foot long. It's a big fish. Not heavy, but long. I can't remember what they call them. Barracuda. That's what it was, a barracuda. So they caught a barracuda. The teeth on this thing were ridiculous. Like, you did not want to try to pull the hook out of this thing's mouth while it was still breathing, because, yes, barracuda. This thing was ridiculous. It really was a barracuda, not the song. Anyway, so they pull this barracuda, but he's got pictures, and it's not like deep sea fishing is not what I thought it was going to be. And maybe there's other kinds of deep sea fishing, but you go out and they put all the rods in the different holders. And then whatever rod hits, they call you up and you grab it and you reel it in. Okay. So I was like, okay, it's like big game hunting where they make the animals come to you and you have to shoot them. Right. That's kind of how it was. Right. It wasn't fishing to me, but anyway, there was a big long break in between that barracuda and the next goldfish that we've caught, right? Because the rest of the fish paled in comparison. They were all little mackerels or whatever. So I'm sitting there and we're watching and we're rocking back and forth. I mean, I'm like, man, I feel a little weird. So I was like, I'm gonna get sick. I'm such a vagina. I ain't going to get sick. So I run over to one of the bay windows. I open the window and I yak. Of course, it was early in the morning. We left at like, I don't know, 5:15 in the morning, something like 5:30. And I didn't eat anything. I drank a Red Bull. Not a great idea. Does it taste better the second time it comes? Nah.
No, it doesn't. I can vouch for that. No, it doesn't.
Coming out the nose. Well, yours is usually with like tequila or something like that, right?
No, I don't drink.
Oh, that's right. You don't drink.
I've been 13 weeks clean, sober.
Hey. Well, I took a shower last night, so I'm about 18 hours in. So we have seen you. Yeah, that's another thing. What is it when I go on these road trips and I throw up? I went with the Hardys and puked on the way back, but I think that just being with the Hardys makes my stomach turn. Anyway.
That's so messed up.
So I throw up. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling better, right? You feel better after you throw up. I throw up now that I think about it, I throw up on every trip we go on.
Yeah.
I threw up in Vegas. I greened out in Vegas. I threw up there. I threw up with the Hardys.
You didn't throw up at Mania.
Well, I hid that one. You didn't even see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hid that. I went in the bathroom and did that. Anyway, I throw up. I'm like, I'm feeling better. I go back out. I sit. And we catch another fish. Another fish. Can I catch another fish? And I'm sitting there again. I was like, oh, fuck, man. I'm going to throw up again. So I went back. I threw up. I threw up like 6 times. Dry heaving most of it. It wasn't great. Wasn't great. But anyway, deep sea fishing is not for me. I almost threw myself overboard. That's how fucking horrible it was. Just feed me to the fish. Just feed me to the fish. It was so fucking bad. So
you were already feeding the fishes by throwing up.
I tell you what, maybe that's why my nickname was called Chum. So they can thank me. That's why I won't on a cruise. See, that's what I was wondering. Is it you guys ever been on a cruise?
No.
Yeah. See, I wonder if it's like that on a cruise, because that would be like that 4 hours that we were out on that boat. The last the 3.5 hours left in the trip after I threw up the first time. I can't even imagine doing that for 7 days on a cruise ship. I cannot even imagine. So I almost ended up sleeping with the fishes with all that throwing up. So speaking of sleeping, the guy had the time wrong. The boat guy had the time wrong. Terrible boat guy anyway. He all he wanted to do was go back. He didn't want to be out there. Didn't act like he wanted to be out there. So he said, oh, yeah, this trip's ending at 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh, yes. Thank fucking God. And he was like riding, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, no, I'm wrong. We got 2 hours left. I was like, fuck this. I laid down on a boat and went to sleep for like 15, 20 minutes. When I woke up, I was much better. But yeah, not a deep sea. I could never be Mary Ann for sure.
Just be glad it didn't end up on Gilligan's Island.
Well, that would have been better. It would have been solid land. I'd have been good.
Yeah, but the point to get there, crashing the boat to get there, yeah, you wouldn't have been in a good spot. Yeah, you'd been yakking the whole way through the boat crash.
Yes, Austin. When I say boat guy, I mean captain. There was a captain and a first mate. The first mate was brand freaking new. Kayla, Owen says hi. So let's get to Owen real quick.
Hey, Owen.
And then we're gonna get into the show. So we last night we caught a Nikita Koloff is here. Captain Dan was better sea legs than Jonathan Crawl. I can't even laugh. My neck and my back and my ribs are still sore from puking. But that is absolutely true. Yeah, we caught all kinds of shrimp. I caught all kinds of shrimp. Anyway, last night, Owen Hardy, Owen Maverick, Owen Money, whatever he's called himself this week. Now he's Owen the Doctor because he broke his arm at training yesterday. He yeeted his arm. He went to do a Claymore kick and put his arms down instead of taking the bump on his back. He put his hands down to plant to break his fall, and he broke his wrist. He has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. To see Monday. Sorry, I'm a day off. Has a doctor's appointment Monday to see if he is actually going to have surgery or not. We're hoping not. Doesn't look good. But anytime anybody says wrestling's fake, you can go jump in a fucking pond. and I hope you get have to throw up from the horrible waves. So if you're wrestlers or pretend wrestlers or backyard guys, you've never been trained, go get fucking trained. I know it can be expensive depending on where you go. There's some inexpensive avenues out there, but go get trained, learn how to fall. Owen has been wrestling since he was like actually rolling around inside of Kayla, pretty sure. And that's how he got there too. Rolling around in the uterus, he's been wrestling. So, and he's been trained, and he's, his dad is a wrestler. His dad is a professional wrestler. So he's had all of he's had a lot of training, and shit still happens, right? It's just shit happens. So please go get trained, and keep in mind when you say wrestling's fake, message me or message Kayla, and she'll send you a video of a not fake arm bent in two. So anyway, Godspeed to him. Get back soon because we lose viewership when he's not on here. So
Yeah.
actually, one.
Hey,
he's the only one usually.
Hey, he still has one good arm to hit that view button.
Yeah, we like that.
There you go.
We like that.
Like,
Speaking of hitting that like and subscribe, if you're just joining us, thank you so much. We've been involved for a week. You usually do a lot more videos than this, but we wanted to get back today and get in front of some people. But make sure you go like and subscribe and hit that bell. Anytime that we're on, you'll get the notification. You can go to our Facebook page. Our Facebook page has blown up. We're almost at 10K on almost at 10K followers on that. Instagram is over 400 now. Don't know how many, over 400. I've been posting a lot here. This last week's been kind of busy doing other stuff. So, but we're gonna get back at it, and we appreciate everybody who gets on here. The Instant Rewind guys, I talked to them the other day. I talked to Rob the other day, saying, "Hey, why don't you use hashtags?" Next thing I know, they're two behind us, right? So they're creeping up us. We cannot let them beat us to 1,000. We have to beat them to 1,000. So,
hey, one arm don't.
What up, Owen?
There he is.
Owen.
Get better, bud.
Yeah,
Broken arm, one less toe. What else could you do to yourself, Owen? Scotty mentioned earlier you can't do lawn work, and you clearly can't wrestle. So what is next?
Well, he can't referee anymore either. Probably
he's gonna have to. Well, it was his left arm or right arm. I can't remember. I feel like it was his left arm. What is it?
It's his right arm.
Right arm.
Yeah, it's his right arm.
He can put his arm in a sling and still 1, 2, 3 on the mat. I mean, yeah.
He said we're about to find out. Jeremy, you don't ever count really good with the right arm. Can you count the 3 with your left arm, or at least 2.5?
I've never tried refereeing with just my
question
left
is,
arm.
can you
I'm
count the
right-handed. I always do it right-handed. So
well, we
The
practiced
question
on
is-
the last video. He can.
well, the question is, can he count the 3?
I count the 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
See, he do it with his fingers, or couldn't do it with his hands.
Yeah, I have to look at my fingers. I do. I do.
So, anyway, let's get into our topics. Let me find our topics because I'm all fucked up here.
Britt Baker.
A little bit of difficulties here starting out. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Britt Baker. Britt Baker and MJF had an argument that leads to suspension. Now, we weren't sure if this was a real suspension of a storyline or not storyline, but it seems to be legit. Several weeks ago, an argument between Britt Baker and MJF occurred. This all comes from Fightful Select. The word internally was Britt Baker exercised frustration about MJF within the women's locker room. Word made it back to MJF and his girlfriend, Alicia, Atot. I can't even remember what her last name is. That when she was in the room, the details. He said at this point, but we're told that there was a confrontation between Britt Baker approaching Alicia about, as well as MJF and Baker. At one point, Will Ospreay also spoke with Baker, and we were told that it was not heated. Word was Baker also had an issue with Atot telling MJF about what he said in the locker room. I'm confused about this conversation. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I don't know. I I read this earlier. Maybe I didn't read it right. It seemed to me like Britt Baker was in the locker room running her mouth about MJF, small penis. That's how I took it. And she is legit. She is legit suspended for the next 2 weeks. What? So somebody give me an idea.
I heard she got fined too.
Yeah, she definitely got fined by the staff. So there was a big argument between Britt and MJF. No one got choked out, thank God. What could this argument really have been about? Was it about MJF and his small penis, or was it? Was it?
I think it was over TV time. I think MJF's interviews or something might have went over too long or something. Took up some of Britt Baker's TV time.
Okay,
that could be it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me because Britt Baker already had issues with Tony Khan's booking not booking her over the last year when Adam Cole was out.
Now, we found out later on that she was out because she had a TIA, right? She had a mini stroke. So
beforehand though, like she was still active, doing nothing.
Yeah, but she had those. When you have stuff like that, you have to make sure that you're medically cleared. She said she was medically cleared. AEW said, what? Did they say she was medically cleared?
They didn't say anything.
AEW doesn't know where the line is for medically cleared.
Yeah. So I feel like they were keeping her off TV for her own good. Like I feel like they were just trying to make sure that she was, okay, right? TIAs are no joke, right? It's like there's something going on there, electrical in your brain that makes you have these TIAs. It's not a full-on stroke, but it is like basically a mini stroke, and shit happens. So were they just making sure that she was healthy? I mean, you know how wrestlers are. Owen broke his fucking arm last night. I guarantee you last night he was not thinking about wrestling. This morning he's already thinking about how he's going to count to 3. Guaranteed.
Yep.
I guarantee it, yeah.
Right? Yep. So you know how stupid we are. I wake up Monday morning, I'm sore as fucking shit. I catch it, my hand's sore from punching Jeremy. I get fucking stunned. I'm sore as shit on Monday morning. Tuesday, I'm thinking about the next show. That was just how dumb the dumb wrestlers are sometimes. So sometimes we need to be protected from ourselves, even though we don't want to be, right? So
absolutely.
But this argument, honestly, I don't even know what this argument could have been about.
I mean, if it was about TV time, here's the thing. All right. And now, as of this point, before she left originally, she was one of the biggest women's stars that AEW had. Okay. Yep. She's only been back, I don't know, what, like a month and a half now?
Like a month, I think.
Okay. Now, again, she still is, compared to some of the other people that they have signed recently, she still is one of the biggest women's stars that they have in AEW. But the problem is that they and again, I hate to put it in rank here, but the one person in AEW that's drawing them the most money is MJF. Like, Britt Baker can draw them some money, but she's still not back to where she was. MJF, like, he comes out even after coming back from injury and whatever else, and contract negotiations and whatever else he can. Like, he literally snaps back into it and is still the best that they've got. So yes, the top women's stars complaining about the top men. If this is over TV time and stuff like that, the top women's stars complaining about the top men's star, eating into her TV time. I get that, but at the same time, Britt's not back where she needs to be. MJF is still on top no matter what. So in my view, if she's complaining about her TV time getting cut short, baby, tough luck. I'm sorry it happened to you, but guess what? This guy is drawing you the money right now. Get back to where you need to be, where you can draw the money on the women's side, and then you have the right to complain.
I actually think she was doing really good work with Mercedes Moné. leading into All In. And they're saying she's still going to wrestle at All In, which we'll get to that in a second. But,
yeah,
here's where I'm confused. She got suspended. there was an argument, discussion. She was running her mouth in the locker room. It got back to MJF through MJF's girlfriend. She wanted MJF's girlfriend thrown out of the fucking locker room. She's just I believe she's just a commentator anyway. So someone tell a wrestler, right? You can't say shit in front of anybody, otherwise it gets back to whoever pretty fucking quickly. You learn pretty quickly in this business. MJF tried to talk about was asked to come in the locker room and talk. They said he could come in. It got heated. He punched a hole in the wall. Britt Baker gets suspended. MJF doesn't.
But did Britt Baker punch? Again, it also depends on. Again, we don't know what was said. We don't know who said what to who or where or what. And at least again, he punches a hole in a wall. Great. At least he didn't punch a hole in a person.
Violence is violence regardless, right? I mean,
I agree.
You don't punch a wall. You're punching a wall is basically masking the point that you want to punch somebody else.
Listen, he punched a wall. Big fucking deal. Guys do it all the time, right? They most likely punched a wall in a place where they were renting, right? It wasn't his trailer. It was so in front of other people, right? You're a top star. You have to show, and this is I think what was the problem with CM Punk and the Elite. This is the problem that's been going on. These top stars act like shitheads, right? They should. What's his name? What's the Cowboy's name? Who went in? Yeah, Hangnail. He went into business for his fucking self on TV.
Yeah,
there has to be control there. So the discipline committee told Britt Baker, listen, you can't do that kind of shit in the locker room. The locker room needs to stay together. In wrestling, it's all you got. The fans might hate you. They might love you. The TV viewers hate you. There's always some kind of bullshit going on. But the only thing you have to know is that people in that locker room got your back, right? There shouldn't be any drama in that locker room. Anytime there's any drama, that drama needs to go. Whoever it is, they need to go. That locker room needs to be solidified and solid at all times. I've been in many locker rooms where it's been one or the other, right? And I've been in some good locker rooms, and I've been in a couple of shitty locker rooms where you can tell that people are cliquish and they hang to themselves. When you have that kind of and that's okay. Everybody can have friends, their own friends. But when you get into that environment, that locker room is what you got. They're your brothers and your sisters, right? And you want to talk, you got something to say. If I got a problem with Jeremy, I'm going to pull Jeremy aside or punch him in front of people. But I'm going to pull him aside and say, hey, listen, you did this, blah, 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 blah. Let's get this taken care of. And that's how it needs to be done. To stand up in front of a crowd of people of your own peers, or stand up in front of a locker room of wrestlers and talk shit on another fucking wrestler, you absolutely deserve to either be bumped from that locker room or suspended or whatever, right? So that's the big one. The committee got it right there. They suspended Britt Baker. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Go back to Schittsburg, wherever you came from. Take that shit back there. They got it wrong. Not disciplinary. No disciplinary for MJF. Am I wrong?
Yeah, if he put a hole in the wall, he deserves disciplinary action too. If he put a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And Britt's got a lot going on right now. Her and Adam Cole finally split up too.
I saw that. I saw that.
Split up.
And I didn't see it on a lot of stuff I get is from Sean Ross Sapp. So if I didn't really see it on there, so I'm not sure that it's absolutely true.
Adam Cole talked on X. He posted on X that he was moving from Florida back to wherever he was going, but he was going by himself.
Gotcha.
He wasn't taking Britt Baker with him. So
yeah. Yeah, I won't get into their personal stuff because we don't know all the details.
No, I think some of it could be explained by her bad mouth. She's got a lot going on in her personal life and bringing it into the locker room.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm ever due for a dental exam.
If she only puts one glove on, it's going to be a problem.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
All right, so So MJF, top star in the company, should he have been suspended?
At least fined.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least fined.
Yeah.
That you know, if Britt Baker was fined, he should be fined as well.
If not
He-
fine, send him to Lowe's and make him buy some drywall spackle or
Yeah.
something. Fix the hole, you know?
It's not the same, but it almost kind of treads that line with CM Punk. Like now you're questioning, do you suspend like your top guy, one of your top guys?
Well, I don't know if I suspend either one because you're not setting a good example if you do one and not the other.
Yeah.
You're not proving anything to your locker room if you suspend one and not the other. But a fine, definitely a fine. You should definitely fine them both and not turn it into some bullshit storyline. Not have MJF come out in front of a crowd with a microphone and say, I just got fined 10 grand for Tony Khan. I don't care. I'll get this motherfucker. Fuck that, right? That's not. They should have.
Somebody was joking. I forget who it was, but somebody was joking on Twitter that or X or whatever it's called that the Young Bucks are going to show the footage of MJF and Britt Baker.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, listen, we might think it's going to be shitty, but it will turn ratings.
It may be real, you know. They may actually show the footage just like they did with the CM Punk situation. But who's it going to help? It's only going to make your top star look like a bitch. You know, you got a guy punching a wall because he's mad at a woman.
Is Britt Baker?
Tell your old lady to smack her, you know.
There you go. Is Britt Baker the scapegoat?
Imagine they put her with Jack Perry and make them kind of a item on screen.
That would be funny.
They could start a whole 90210, just a whole new faction.
Jesus.
Scapegoats 210. So,
Oh,
yeah, I don't know how. I feel like if you're gonna do it, make sure all parties are in trouble over the whole thing. So
yeah.
All right, here we go. The Hardy Boyz are working with WWE once again. Maybe on August 2nd, PWI Insider reported that the Hardy Boyz met with WWE. Fightful Select has learned that the context behind that, and after the duo were spotted outside of one of the WWE talent hotels that day, and reaching out to the Hardys, it was confirmed that they were already in town for WrestleCon. So this must have happened. I guess they're having a WrestleCon in Cleveland.
Yeah, I guess
Probably.
that would make sense.
They were invited to do some film interviews for content. Some of this was for an active series that they're doing. The Hardy Boyz are in TNA right now and working without a contract. They are having a good time over there. Do we get to see the Hardy Boyz, Ricky, back in the WWE at some point this year?
Well, let's get it one more time. Get them their one last title run, and then done.
I think it should be on NXT though.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
It's definitely not going to be on SmackDown because they're not getting them tag titles from the Bloodline.
Are we giving the titles to the Hardys again?
Got to give them one more run.
No.
On NXT though, they've never been NXT tag champions. That'd be great for them.
You think
Good
that's
way to end out their Hall of Fame career?
You don't think that's a?
Yeah,
Well, they said on X that they wanted to work on NXT. So,
Yeah.
I mean, good for them. Here's my thing. All right. Ever since the Hardys left WWE and went to AEW, they have looked worse than they have ever looked in their lives. And again,
Amen.
it's not all their fault. I mean, you got Sammy Guevara giving both Hardys massive head concussion from two different moves and stuff like that. Like, I mean, these guys have just not looked all that good. I don't mind the nostalgia of hearing that Hardy Boyz music one more time, having the Hardys come out, having them do something. But no, do not put the tag team titles on these guys. They are not. because of the style they wrestled, their bodies have broken down so much. They're not good for a complete in-ring run. One more match, get in, get out as quickly as possible, but at least you got the nostalgia of the last match of the Hardy Boyz on WWE television, and then they need to retire into the sunset. Like,
They could do a Sting and Darby, win the NXT tag titles, and just relinquish them. Retire.
I think if they're going to make a run, they should definitely do it in TNA. Right? If you're going to make a tag team run, because I mean, we love them in WWE, but they were good in TNA too, right? There was a lot of shit going on in TNA, even though most people never saw the Broken Matt Hardy thing or Brother Nero or give it to them. Let's go TNA.
Just not the drunken Jeff Hardy.
I like the drunken Jeff Hardy. I like drunken Jeff Hardy versus drunken Jake Roberts.
Oh jeez.
With an interference from drunken Just Incredible.
We're gonna have a liquor on the pole match or something.
Oh, here we go. Bottle of Jack on the pole.
There you go. Yeah.
Bacardi on the pole match. I love it.
That's great.
T-Bone, where do you want to see these guys end up, or do you want to see them back in WWE?
If they come back to WWE, they should go to NXT. I honestly think that they could help more with the younger talent, especially a lot of the tag teams down there, than they could on the main roster. I think it would do the ratings of NXT a little bit good too to have the Hardy Boyz on there. But if they do a full run, I agree with you though. One last match would be great. That would be it. And then they could go in the Hall of Fame next year right before WrestleMania. That'd be great. Them, Batista, John Cena, Hall of Fame 2025.
I can see that. Maybe we get a Waller effect at WrestleMania next year, and the Hardys come down. They end up like an impromptu Hardys versus
A-Town Down Under.
A-Town Down Under, and then we get the Hardys. You know, it doesn't have to be. I don't know if I want to see these guys in a full length match together anymore. I mean, they were great. That pop from WrestleMania a few years ago when they came, that's my favorite, one of my favorite WrestleMania.
Yes.
moments.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I don't know that we're going to be able to relive that moment. I really don't. So if they just show up now, it's like, okay, well, there's the two guys that Sammy tried to kill.
Yeah.
So
And they'll always important question, is Jeff still sober?
well, he just was singing "He Believes in Joe Hendry" the other day, which made me question that myself. He fancies himself quite the artist. Painting, maybe. Singing, not so much. Not so much, but whatever. Teach his own. So
hey, when you're drunk, you sound better than you think.
You know what?
He's got to get some auto tune.
Is that what he needs?
Definitely auto tune.
Little T-Pain action.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'd like to see him back. I don't want to see him back in any real big capacity. I don't want them to be guys who are putting other guys over. I think we should let sleeping dogs lie when it comes to these guys. NXT would be fine. You know, they'd be great for some of the talent down there, the tag team talent down there. But other than that, I really don't want to. I don't want to see. And they're definitely not taking those belts off of Bloodline.
No, hell no.
Hell no.
Which I don't know if you guys caught that last night, but we got new tag champs. Ciampa and Gargano's best run with the tag team titles were in a cafeteria at the catering table trying to catch Randy Orton. That's the most we saw him. I thought for sure that last night Isla Dawn and them were going to lose their titles too. So, anyway, let's pray that we just let this guy let sleeping dogs lie here. So let's get to it. It is SummerSlam weekend, and what we do when it comes to these pay-per-views, we talk about them. We will go over each match. There are 7 matches. 7 matches this time.
Right?
I thought there was, I think there is 7. But I thought I read something that they were going to do a Wyatt 6 against Perk Angle and the Creed brothers.
Have not seen that yet.
I haven't either.
I don't
That's
know.
what they were
I don't know
going
that I don't know that that's had enough build up yet.
I don't know. It looks pretty good to me.
So, all right. Well, let's get into it. We'll just talk about each match to get you guys' thoughts on each match, and then we'll move on. We got the Intercontinental Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Scotty.
This is SummerSlam is a very interesting thing, and we'll get into it with each match.
Will this be another mistake by the lake?
Yeah, this could be another mistake by the lake if they don't take that belt off of Sami and put it on Braun. This is where this needs to go. They need to put this title on Braun Breaker. I love Sami Zayn, don't get me wrong, but like Braun is ready. He needs a belt. He needs to carry a belt, and quite honestly, like he is in a lot of respects going to be the next Gunther as far as title reigns with that IC belt. You know, a long reign, a good, again, keeping that belt elevated to where Gunther kept it and making this belt important again. They need to put this belt on Braun right now. So that's where Braun Breaker.
Ricky?
It is time. It is definitely time to put that belt on Breaker. Sami needs to be away from the IC title because, again, I see him being part of this old bloodline versus new bloodline feud that's coming.
Right. T-Bone?
I agree. I think it's time for Braun Breaker to get the IC title and Sami Zayn to move on to some other things. I was thinking maybe Sami and Jey Uso get tag titles on Raw or something, get the Intercontinental title off of him though, and give it to Braun Breaker. I'm a big Braun Breaker fan. I actually got to meet the Steiners once. Very nice gentlemen. Yeah.
Scott Steiner got Jason for about a buck or two at WrestleCon.
$100.
$100, yeah.
But I made him laugh. I said, he said, "Where do you want me to sign?" I said, "You got the biggest arms in the business, bro. You do whatever you want."
Listen, I got good.
Once he did his math in his head, he knew where to sign.
Yeah, I got a good Scotty Steiner story for you guys. I was working with him and a lot of other guys at APWA in Parkersburg, and back in 2000, I do believe 2014, and Scott had asked the promoter for more money. And the promoter's like, "Scott, I can't pay you anymore. I've already paid you all I could pay you." And he's like, "Come on, I need $200 more." And Don's like, "No, I ain't got it." They go out to the ring and they hand Scott a live mic. He proceeds to tell the promoter what he's going to do to the promoter's wife in his hotel room later that night. In front of everybody in the crowd, my kids included, and going into detail. And so we get to the locker room, and Don walks over to Scott, and he's like, "Good ad lib out there." Scott's like, "Get the fuck away from me, you pussy." I'm not even joking, dude.
Scott's a wild card. They really thought twice about giving him a money turn anytime. So
yeah,
that is get away from me, pussy. That sounds about right. Big Mac says that that Wyatt 6 match is going to be Monday night.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misinterpreted that.
That'd be good. That'd be good. It'll be a squash match.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna beat the shit out of those guys. So anyway, I agree and I disagree. Right? I agree that Braun Breaker is going to. I believe that Braun is going to win this belt. I believe that it is time for Braun to wear this title. I think it's going to look great on him. I think he's going to be a great champion. I don't agree with Scotty where he says that he will have a Gunther-like run. No one's beating 666 days for a long time. They've built Braun Breaker to this guy. Braun's a machine, right? He's a beast. But we know he can be beat. We've seen him be beat. But when he gets beat, he learns, he gets better, and he comes back and he wins. and that is the kind of wrestler they have pushed this guy from day one in NXT to now. He'll lose, he'll learn, he'll come back, and he'll win. And I believe he's already lost to Sami Zayn one time. He will not lose this time. Sami Zayn will be losing this title. Let's look. Bet Online has Braun Breaker at minus 3,000 to win this title. So,
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
So in betting terms,
$20, I'll bet on this damn thing.
So in betting terms, that's almost a guarantee, right? So, you'd have to put a lot of money on this to make any real money. So you'd have, I'm not gonna do the math in my head, but Sami Zayn is plus 800. So if you put $1 on Sami Zayn to win, you'd win $800. So does that make sense? Or $80 or whatever it is, $80. So minus is bad, or minus is good for whoever's got the minus. Does that make sense? Yeah. So Braun Breaker.
Hey, my wife's calling me. I got to dip out for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yep. Go ahead. Do you think so?
So basically, we're saying that Sami Zayn has a 33 1/3 chance of retaining tonight.
Yeah, but if you take that 33 1/3 chance of retaining, and you take Braun Breaker's 66 2/3 chance, and that Samoa Joe has 13% in there somewhere.
On the other side of the wall.
On the other side of the wall.
Dishwasher guy's here to work on my dishwasher. I apologize. I dip out.
Don't talk about your wife like that.
That is the worst thing to tell your wife. Terrible.
That's so messed up.
All right, now we're saying that the Wyatt 6 match is on SmackDown next week. Which
Why would it
make
be on
sense.
SmackDown?
Is it the Wyatt 6 on SmackDown?
No, they're on Raw.
Oh, they're on Raw? Then I don't know.
Yeah, they're on Raw.
Randall Christ.
Jesus.
The fountain of misinformation. So, so we're all agreeing here. I think we're all taking Braun Breaker here. United States Championship match: Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Last night they tried to raise Logan Paul's championship banner up into the rafters, and it ended up having a picture of Logan Paul holding the championship with across the front of it. So pretty funny. T-Bone, do we finally get an LA Knight title run here?
I think so, because Logan's comments toward the Olympics the other day, and he had to backtrack him and apologize or whatever. I think they're going to punish him and make him drop the title. I really do.
I agree.
Ricky agrees.
Yeah,
Scotty?
I agree.
Okay, Rick.
It would, and I think it's time to give LA Knight. He's doing excellent work since he's been there.
Oh yeah,
getting his push. Give him a mid card title.
Sure.
Let him see what he can do with it.
Sure. Last night, I think
he stole the prime vehicle.
Yeah, he did steal the prime vehicle. But last night, Logan Paul said he's only defended the title twice in 260 plus days.
Jeez.
Only twice. So
yeah.
Honestly, people get mad about Roman, you defend. No. These are top people. You should not see them it's not a hardcore title. It's not the 24/7 I-85, the I-95 title. It's not those titles. You shouldn't see those titles. The tag team championship, there's two of them, so you should defend. One of them should be defended more than the other. But these are top titles. The top guys should not be seen all the time. Their attractions are special. They got to that point for a reason. They didn't get to that point so they wrestle every night at a fucking house show. That's not how it should be. So anybody says, "Oh, you don't wrestle in Georgia," fuck you. It's stupid. Pay attention. Pay attention to wrestling, stupid. Yeah, you want to see somebody all the time? Go find somebody who has a digital media title. Scotty.
Yeah.
Who do you got here?
Well, here's what I'm saying. Like, despite Logan Paul's Olympic comments, which I did not actually know about until T-Bone just said something about it, but even then,
what were they? You talk about the girl that they said was transgender.
The man.
She's not transgender, by the way. She is an actual woman. She was born a woman. She's an actual woman. Her body just produces more testosterone than other women, and that is
Well, she's
why.
probably on some enhancement of some sort if she's producing more testosterone than somebody.
Yes,
I know.
yeah, but that's her body. That's not. She's not out
She had
there.
already failed. She had already failed the boxing test the year prior, and
Yes.
they told her, too much testosterone to compete, and they're allowing her to compete anyway.
Well, right, but that's it. Well, we all know there's rules. The boxing committee, they're all fucking. They're all.
It's all a bunch of BS.
It's all a bunch of shit anyway. If she'd have gave the right amount of money, those tests would have never came out. But she's just, her body overproduces testosterone. Right or wrong, she's not a dude. She didn't sling her dick into the girl's face at the end of the match. She didn't grab her. There was a video of her touching her boob, whatever. Who cares? She's not trans. She wasn't a dude. It's nothing like that. This whole thing, and shouldn't even be getting into this shit because we'll get canceled. But when this whole thing, I don't give a shit. You can't cancel me. It's my fucking computer. So,
good point.
I talk to myself in the mirror. I'm my own audience at times. So, but anyway, it was just people didn't agree with it because she failed this test, she failed that test. The Olympic Committee allowed her to fight. Should she be fighting? It's not for me to judge. It's not for me to judge whether she should be a fighter or not. Right? If she was a dude, she had a set of balls, man, probably should be punching women in the face, but she don't. So, anyway. Good. There was his comments. Probably a lot nicer than mine. I didn't hear his comments. I was on vacation.
Going back to what I was saying, though, for Logan Paul, the thing with Logan Paul right now is he is such a heat magnet. Even when he's not trying to be, he's such a heat magnet. And the simple fact is that losing this title right now to LA Knight does not hurt Logan Paul. Logan Paul can get his heat back in a second just by walking up there and saying something on Raw or on SmackDown or wherever he wants to be, and boom, instant, and people still want to see him get his ass kicked. So I think right now this hurts. If LA Knight does not win, this hurts LA Knight more than it hurts Logan Paul.
Yes, exactly.
Amen. I agree with you on that.
And the sad thing is, and like I said, as we keep going, we'll see this. There are so many of these titles right now. There's like almost there's 7 matches and there's like 6 titles on the line.
Holy moly!
Yeah,
like 3 of these titles need.
Well, if it was AEW, it'd be 13 matches and 12 titles online.
Yeah,
it'd be 13 matches and about 18 titles on the line.
I do like that. I do like that new American title.
Yeah,
I do too.
I do like that. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but now like this belt need to go on LA Knight and give him a good run with it. Yeah, and I think if they do this right, there could be a good run of rematches.
Yes.
Give Logan an out, give him a gripe that he can come back with, but yet, give this a chance to have a good run. LA Knight versus Logan Paul. The promos will be great. I mean, they've been good up to this point. They'll be, continue to be great. And Logan can keep his heat. So losing this title ain't going to affect him. So yeah, LA Knight for me.
All right. Who didn't? I can't remember. I ran my mouth so long. I can't remember who went and didn't go.
I think we're good.
All right. Well, I agree with Scotty. Hard to say. Hard to get that out. I agree with Scotty.
Up in his mouth again.
I think the Paul boy. Everybody wants to see these Paul boys lose, and they want to see Jake get knocked out. They want to see Logan lose his title. They want to see everybody wants to see these guys lose and not succeed, and that's all these guys have ever done and succeed in life. There might have been a dead body here and there, but whatever, that shit happens.
Right?
So, I like Logan Paul. I think these last couple weeks of promos have been pretty lackluster. I thought last night was pretty shitty. It wasn't, he stole the car. Who gives a shit? But I think it's time for LA Knight. He's been on a shit end of this feud for a while.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, do your thing. We did have Logan Paul or LA Knight is.
Let me know.
Disco lights. LA Knight is minus 600 to win this title. So the betting is there. So we might see we probably are gonna. There's gonna be some title changes here this week.
Yeah.
So. All right, let's get into the next one. We get the WWE Women's Championship match: Bayley versus Nia Jax. They have been going at it for quite a while now. Ricky, does the Queen of the Ring finally get to have something to hold her tights up?
Yes, but not for long because it's Tiffy time, baby. It is Tiffy time.
You're calling a cash in.
I'm calling the cash in.
Ooh,
Nia's going to take that belt, and then Tiffy's going to cash it in.
Okay.
With her.
Will this be the first unsuccessful? Well, okay. All the women have successfully cashed in, right? If I remember.
Yes, they're 100%.
Will this be the first unsuccessful cash in? Because
you bite your lip, Scotty. Don't you ruin it? Don't you ruin this for me?
Because here's the thing: there's two things that are going against Tiffy on this one as she cashes in. One, you got the refrigerator. You like there ain't nothing like even
Alexa Bliss is smaller than Stratton, and she cashed in on Nia Jax.
She cashed in on Nia?
Yes. Yeah. After Nia, she came into the match. It was Nia versus Rousey. It ended in the disqualification because she beat the shit out of them both with the briefcase.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. But the other thing that's going against her is that she has someone looking out for her on the board of directors. And I don't think that if they give this belt to Nia at this point, she's calling in all the favors she can to keep that belt as long as she can. So, let's see what happens. But I don't think there's going to be a successful cash in if Nia takes this belt, which I pray to God she doesn't, because I don't want to see Nia as champion. My hole does not need to have a belt. But
you need a belt so we don't see your hole.
she needs something so we don't see hers either. But no, she does not need this belt. I would rather see Bayley keep this thing. No Nia Jax.
Tiffy time either way, damn it.
Yeah.
T-Bone?
I think it's going to be Bayley winning, and then I think old girl's going to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think anyways.
Well, they just released the briefcase. It's now up on WWE Shop right now, $129, a new Tiffy time case. It's cute. It's cute. I will not be buying it. I will not be buying it.
I was waiting for that to see if you're going to say you're buying it or not.
Okay, I don't know. She's actually got her own page up there now, so that could be a telling sign. But they just released this case. I think that they want to let this case. It was just shown on TV last night. I can't imagine that they're not going to show this case off and get some sales on this case for a while before they cash it in. I think the real story is, Bayley's a great champion. Bayley's done a lot of stuff for the company. We all love Bayley. Well, we love parts of Bayley, but anyway, but I think Nia winning this title is huge. Nia's coming a long way since she was
huge, that's for sure.
From her hole. She's coming. She's been huge. She's been really huge for wrestling. I think Nia with this queen, with the crown and carrying this title and having Tiffy as her underling for a few months, with always that look where Nia is getting ready to lose. Like Nia needs to have a feud with somebody where it always looks like Tiffany's like thinking about cashing in when Nia's down, right? I think we need to have that for a little while. I think that would be good storytelling for the next, 6 months. Run that thing all the way into WrestleMania with Nia getting to the point where she's just totally shitting on Tiffany the whole time, and eventually
Nice
Tiffany.
choice of words there, Vince.
Tiffany shitting on her.
That's good shit.
Maybe we piss on her too. I don't know.
Somebody call Brock.
We might get a Brock tonight. So I think that's the storyline. I don't think Tiffany, again, a lot of it, to me, I see the money where that they just released that briefcase and we're going to see how that briefcase sells.
That makes sense.
Eventually that briefcase is not going to start, it's going to start to drop. When it drops in price on WWE Shop, that's when she's going to cash it in. So
And that's when you're going to buy one.
That's when I'm going to buy one. Nia Jax is minus 200 to win the title. A lot closer odds. Bailey is plus 150, so a lot closer odds in Nia Jax winning that title. So I'm going with Nia.
150 of that's in her ass.
That's not
That's
per
just
win.
one guy.
Terrible. You guys are terrible womenizers. Anyway, all right. Then we have
Nia called her what, BBW Bailey or whatever.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, she did.
So
Everyone, the women are doing some good shit right now. Oh, stop it. Anyway, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship title.
and speaking of not wearing pants,
Liv Morgan just had. Is she getting thicker? What is going on? Like to me, maybe it was what she was wearing, but she was always like this little skinny, blonde hair weirdo, and now she's like something different. She's not the person she was. So
they're called butt implants.
is that what it is? She got butt implants?
It's possibility. Very much so.
Damn.
I mean, she rounded out faster than anybody I've ever seen. So yeah, like this, it's definitely natural.
That's what happens. You know, all of a sudden you blink and Meecham's got boobies. So I mean, it's just every time we turn around, they're getting something in hand. So Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. We know the story with Liv trying to fuck everybody in Judgment Day. She's become the doorknob of Judgment Day. Let's put it out there. She's been the doorknob of Judgment Day. And she has caused all kinds of issues. Mommy came back a couple weeks ago and basically chased her way. They had her do cry face on TV. And now we're going to get the championship match, and we've all been waiting for. Scotty, does Liv Morgan retain here?
So again, this is one that I'm slightly up in the air on because of the amount of other title changes that I'm praying to God actually do happen. This is one that can go either way for me. I want to see Rhea back with the belt, but I think if they're going to do this right, they need to have Dom turn on Rhea, go with Liv. Like I think it would be a good way to kind of keep this storyline going. And now Rhea wants to get her hands on Dom and Liv. And I think Rhea beating up Dom in the ring would be an absolute
custody of Dom on a pole ladder match.
We've been saying it for months now. Custody of Dom.
Yeah.
Who's putting the pole in there? That's what I want to know.
Vince Russo. So no, I don't know. I want to see Rhea with the belt because again, I love me some Rhea. I love anything she does, but I think if they go with Dom betraying Rhea and going with Liv, I think that would be an acceptable thing too. So my money is probably going to be on Liv Morgan taking the title or keeping the title.
Agreed. I wonder if they're gonna close hanger Dom's mustache and ring him up to the center of the ring that way.
I'd like to see them both fight on the mustache. like turn the ring into
Hey, Dom's winning either way.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, either way, Dom
mustache ride.
Ricky, so you got Liv here.
I'm taking Liv, yeah.
You got Liv.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on that. Liv, Dom's turning. If Dom doesn't, then I look for Dom to end up slipping up and costing costing Rhea Ripley the match either way. Something's going to happen. It's going to cost Rhea Ripley the match, and more than likely it's going to be a Dom scenario. So.
Right on. I'm also going with Liv Morgan. I think that her title reign is still fresh. She's been doing awesome. This is a much better title run than her first title run.
Oh yeah.
So she has been great.
It's the ass cheeks. I mean, you know, like,
Even if I look at just looking in Liv's eyes, that's all I do, Scotty. I keep it above the waist, my man. I keep it above the waist. Right, I keep it above the waist. So
yeah, he keeps it above the waist, but his hands are right here.
Now, you know what I mean. I think this is some of the best work that Liv has done, and I'm going with Liv also. We had a tremendous title run from Rhea Ripley for the longest time. She was great, right? She was great.
Yeah.
But now it's time for some adversity. It's time for Rhea to chase his title a little bit. Liv Morgan's going to win. BetOnline has Liv Morgan at -900, Rhea Ripley at +500. So they are saying Liv Morgan is going to retain this title. So next match, we have CM Punk. Oh, yeah. Versus Drew McIntyre. Special guest referee, Seth Rollins. This is going to be the fucking chicanery match of the night. There's going to be all kinds of bullshit going on here.
Yeah.
What match did they are comparing this to? The Shawn Michaels.
Brett and Undertaker with
yeah.
HBK as the ref.
Yeah.
So
So
and it's going to end the same way.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
man.
agree with you on that.
Super kick Punk, and he's going to miss and hit Drew, and 1, 2, 3.
Drew,
Yeah.
so Drew wins this match.
No, Drew's
No.
going down. Punk's going to win.
You think Drew?
Punk's going to move out of
Yeah.
the way of the super kick. He's going to hit Drew.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think same thing, Rick?
Yeah, I agree with T-Bone there. This
Scotty?
is this triple threat thing's gonna be ongoing here, is barring any injury from Punk.
now here's where I disagree with it. Okay, because here's
Finally, somebody knows what the fuck they're talking about around here. Let's go, Scotty.
So, again, Punk, and as much as I love Punk and I love what they're doing with the story, it's been the absolute, like, next to the Bloodline stuff, it's been some of the best stuff they've ever done. Punk has screwed Drew over so many times at this point. Drew needs a win on this one, so I think it's going to be the reverse. I think Drew's going to try to manhandle Seth a little bit. And then Seth is going to be, just like the Shawn Michaels situation, Seth's going to have enough, go to super kick Drew, boom, moves out of the way, hits Punk. Drew takes the win on this one. And then it sets up, I think, Drew kind of moving out of the way of the storyline for a minute, and it sets up Seth Punk for a little while. They have their thing, and then they can intermix Drew back in the middle of it. Because again, this Drew Punk for a while. They need to kind of move this into a different direction and intermix Drew back into it when needed, because they can go so many different ways with it. And in my view, I think the chicanery, like this is the chicanery match of the night, because I really feel like there's going to be a lot of moments where, it's going to start out fair fight, Seth and Drew and Punk back and forth, and then each guy's going to get in Seth's face, and it's going to get to a point where, like, I think Seth might even hold up on a count once or twice, giving both guys the middle finger. But Drew does the final thing that just pisses Seth off. Seth goes for the kick, bam, Punk gets nailed. Drew 1, 2, 3 taking it. We're gonna
have a dog kennel from hell match, and Larry's gonna be in there.
No, we can't keep
Scotty, you've never been more right. You've never been more right. What's that?
What's that? That dog's moving more merch than I am.
That's right. You can get on WrestlingTees.com. You can get T-Bone Jones's referee shirt. So, Scotty, you've never been more right. The last time you were this right, it was when you were decorating your house with that spoon.
Yep.
I think people sort of remember, but don't remember the bullshit that was going on between CM Punk and Seth Rollins when CM Punk came down last year. When did CM Punk show up last year?
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. What happened with Seth Rollins?
He threw his top.
Fucking mind. That's right. So let's not remember they hate each other too. So I think I agree with Scotty. There is going to be some bullshit going on. I think that super kick is thrown. I think it hits CM Punk, and Drew gets one back here. Drew needs to get one back here.
We all agree on the ending. It's just swapping who's getting kicked.
Yeah,
we all agree on
we are
ending.
swapping. But I tell you who doesn't agree with us. Bet Online has CM Punk at minus 150 or plus 150. Sorry. CM Punk to lose this match. Drew McIntyre minus 200.
Yeah. I'm going with the odds on that one. I agree.
Yeah. I love me some. I think Drew McIntyre needs to get one back here. This is it.
Yeah, but if he doesn't win, he is going to absolutely blow his top on Monday Night Raw. Then maybe we can get a Drew McIntyre versus Adam Pearce.
That wouldn't be a bad idea either. I mean, that'd be a good idea.
Okay, let's hold on.
There's enough superstars going again.
Yeah.
But
I'm just being a smart ass. You can move on from it.
No, but if they do anything with Adam Pearce, in my view,
doesn't work for
what
me.
they need to do is Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. Okay, they need to have something build between SmackDown and Raw to the point where Nick and Adam are just in each other's faces. And if you're gonna have a match with Adam Pearce, it's got to be with Nick Aldis. Like they have to have that. A GM versus GM kind of thing. I don't know. I think that would be
I like that one, but I honestly think if Adam Pearce is going to get back in the ring and wrestle anybody, it should be Chelsea Green. Sorry. She's always bugging that poor man.
Oh, God. Yeah. Wow.
I think we got something going on here between Tiffy and Chelsea here coming up. So Adam Pearce might be on the back burner for that one. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So we have the heavyweight championship match. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Scotty, I'll come back to you last because you're a Gunther fan. T-Bone, who do you think is going to win this match?
Really, it's a tough call because if Judgment Day helps Priest could win. If Gunther gets his little guys, or does he still have his two guys?
He's only got one.
Oh, he's only got one guy now?
He's out hurt.
Yeah.
He's out hurt.
Oh,
Gunther will be most likely by himself.
My money's on Priest. Really, if it breaks down to it, my money's on Priest. I want Gunther to win. I like Gunther, but I think it's Priest. Priest's going to come out with it. He hasn't had a long enough run with the belt yet.
Okay.
I'm on the fence with this one. I can see Gunther winning because of the Judgment Day turning on Priest, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to happen just yet. I think Priest is going to somehow get out of this with a win.
Scotty?
If the Judgment Day
first chapter of this story, I think.
If the Judgment Day does turn though on Priest, it's going to be Finn Balor doing it to Priest.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen yet, though. I think this.
No, I don't think it's going to happen tonight.
First chapter of Priest versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Got it.
So here's my thing on it, and I want to see Damian Priest do well with this title. I really think Damian is. Sorry, there's something beeping outside my house.
It's
your microwave.
Yeah, it's my microwave saying my dinner is done.
It's T-Bone's dishwasher.
Might be.
No, so I want to see Damian do well with this title. I think he could be a very effective world heavyweight champion, but to this point, he hasn't done it. His promos haven't been all that good. He's had good matches, but it just isn't it isn't connecting for this title, you know. And I think Gunther is the man to be the next World Heavyweight Champion. He's the man to carry that belt. He like because it's the newest belt out of the in the WWE lineup. I think what Gunther did for the IC title, he can do for this World Heavyweight title. He can bring it to prominence. He can give it some credibility and some some life to it, and make it truly the title that people want to see defended. And so in my view, it's time to take this belt off of Priest. It's time to put it on Gunther. And I think you're right. It is the first chapter in the story, but I think Gunther winning it is that first chapter. And then Priest, trying to get his title back and getting screwed out of it by the Judgment Day. And then that story then breaks off in Judgment Day, the breakup of Judgment Day, that whole deal. But yeah, they need to put this belt on Gunther. And it's going to be tough because it's I'm calling for 3 title changes in the same pay-per-view. So, it's definitely going to be tough for them to do it, but I really think they need to put the belt on Gunther.
I think it's really tough when you have multiple belts to care about all of them. You have 2 world titles. It's hard to care about one. It's hard to care about Cody Rhodes' run with his title and then think about Priest, because one overshadows the other, and they're supposed to be both world titles. So again, the more titles you have, I think it weakens everything. 2 tag titles, you gives a shit about them both. One or the other. I think in order to make this title more relevant or put it near to the same level as Cody Rhodes, it won't be at the same level as Cody Rhodes, right? Yeah. But I think that it can get close by putting that belt on Gunther. I think Gunther makes it a little bit more legitimate. Priest is good. I love Priest. I've loved Priest since he was Fat Priest. I am about these chubby wrestlers. I love Punishment Martinez, Goth, whatever.
Undertaker.
I love the fucking when he used to shoot the arrow up into the air and whatever his logo. But I think they need to try to elevate this title to close to the same level as Cody Rhodes, and Gunther is where it's at. I think that's the only way. I'm not knocking Priest. I think Priest is a great wrestler. Again, like Chubby to Priest better, but I think the Judgment Day is on its way down, and you have to weaken Judgment Day as much as you can. Rhea losing, Priest losing, Finn looking to be the new leader of Judgment Day, Liv looking to get her fingers inside of Judgment Day. So I think that Gunther needs to carry this title. Bet Online has Gunther at minus. Actually, just changed. It just changed. Gunther is minus 400 to win this title.
Why did it look like Scotty took 3 steps and he didn't even move?
Oh, Scotty, did he fall down? I missed him.
No.
I missed him.
I stepped out of the frame for a minute, but it did look like.
Looked like he took 3 steps and he didn't even move.
Yeah, it did.
Good for that's less exercise for Scotty. That's what we're looking for. So I agree that this title needs to move. I think Gunther is where it needs to be or go to. So last match on the card, we're gonna wrap this up. Undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. This story has really picked up a lot of steam with the additions of all the new Bloodline members. Solo last night looked like a cross between Crackhead and Bela Lugosi coming to the ring in his overcoat. I don't really care for the look very much. He was very 1980s. I guarantee he was wearing Jakar as cologne. But last night the Bloodline recaptured the tag team titles. Who was it? Tama and
Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga.
No, Tama Tonga is standing on the outside where he will probably be the rest of his career.
No, that's Tongaloa.
Tongaloa with his eye patch. Now he's a pirate. What is it with these eye patches? So anyway, I did think it was funny. If you guys have not watched SmackDown, watch SmackDown last night. There was a point where Cody and Solo were in the ring looking at each other during a face-to-face interview, and they had all the bloodline. We had Solo, we had Tama Tonga come from one side, and we had what's his name? Help me out. Nope.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu come from another line, and they're getting ready to like head over the railing, and then Tongaloa shows up. Like he's late for everything. Like
He's only got one. He's got one good eye.
Is that what it is? I figure like he's running his mouth like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, he is late.
You look at this, it'll make you laugh because then they get over the railing. And they all grab onto the second rope and climb up like they're getting ready to attack Cody. Where's Tongaloa? Oh shit, I gotta climb up too, right? He was like late to the fucking party.
Well, he's only got one eye. He couldn't see to find the ropes, you know. He's trying.
All right, T-Bone, tell us how it is to have one
maybe
eye.
Maybe he needs Larry for seeing eye dog.
Oh, I love
that. Having one eye, like especially if you got a patch on it, you can get dizzy really easily. It's hard to find your way around, especially if you're used to having two eyes. 2015, I had my right eye operated on for the first time, and it was very difficult to see and move around and stuff with only one eye. So,
how much vision do you have in that eye now?
Very little, probably like 10-15%.
Okay.
I see shapes. That's about it out of the right eye. I didn't answer.
You saw that shape.
Yeah, I saw that shape. A little too late. I saw that shape just a little too late.
A little too late.
Yeah.
Hit him with the
an eye injury ain't nothing to play with. It's the same thing as your hearing too. You get both took out. Either one took out, it affects your whole.
My hearing is shit from DJing. My hearing is absolute shit. Absolute shit. So hear that? I just got a ton of wax. Anyway. Who do we got in this match? Solo versus, and we'll get into all the bullshit afterward. But who do you got, Scotty? Who do you got in this? Solo or do we got Cody?
Cody, most definitely. There's no again. It would be interesting if they were to put the title on Solo because it then kind of strengthens the bloodline and makes them look more legitimate. But at the same time, Cody is not losing this belt at this point. Solo is not at the same level as Cody. It would never take, it never work. So they're gonna keep the belt on Cody.
All right, Ricky.
They are definitely they set this up for the return of Roman.
Yeah.
With the bloodline rules, Jacob Fatu and Tongaloa is going to be there. Tom Tong is going to be there. They're going to absolutely destroy Cody. But when it looks like Solo is finally going to get that 1, 2, 3 and win the belt, here comes Paul Heyman. Here comes Roman. You may get Jimmy. Hell, you may get Jay and Sammy.
They are reporting Jimmy is going to be making his comeback here soon.
So you may get the original bloodline showing up to save Cody Rhodes in this. And I'm not sure, but Randy Orton and KO will probably be there and get absolutely destroyed as well in the process. Yeah. So again, Roman will be the deciding factor.
When's Survivor Series? Thanksgiving, right?
November. So it'll be a couple pay-per-views in between.
Yeah, I think it's too early for that. Go ahead, T-Ben.
I don't.
I heard an interesting theory that I'm gonna try to I heard an interesting theory. What if Cody goes to pin Solo and The Rock's music hits? And The Rock comes down and interferes. And then Roman Reigns comes down and saves Cody.
Oh,
what if The Rock is behind the whole new bloodline?
I've been saying that the whole time. I think
SummerSlam is basically the I guess their mid-year classic to WrestleMania, so some big shit's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be here.
Yeah.
Well, like I said earlier to you guys before the podcast started, I heard that Umaga's son signed with WWE and is supposedly in Cleveland.
Hikaleo.
Yeah.
And I heard that there's another 4 Samoans headed to WWE
Jesus, Pete.
from the bloodline, from the same bloodline. So
I'm telling you, when Zilla shows up, you think the Samoan werewolf is athletic. Wait till you see Zilla Fatu.
Yeah.
that's gonna be good.
Wait till you see
It's gonna
Zilla.
be good. They could have their own promotion just with the Samoans. They got
They
so
really-
many.
They really could, but their
Technically
headbutts
used
would
to.
be illegal.
Used to, because like both Hawaii and California were a lot of the Samoan crew. Like once they, when like that's where Wild Samoans started out of, and then
Well, they had a place in Pittsburgh too, right? Right outside of Pittsburgh, or not Breezewood? Not Breezewood. What is up there?
not Altoona. What's the other one?
Somerset.
No,
No,
it's up towards Altoona though. It's up in that area.
Allentown.
Yes, around Allentown.
Yeah, there you go.
They settled out there, but they started out in California.
I think it's gone now. I think they went out of business, but they shut it down after Alpha and Sika was sick. So
Yeah.
The monkey caves, the monkey bars, I can't remember what that place was called. I know they had something over there. Anyway, all right. Listen, I think Cody retains here. I think if Roman shows up, I think Roman gets his ass handed to him too. I think if Roman shows up, I think more likely Brock shows up instead to avenge. Right, we get a Brock Lesnar, and Brock gets his ass handed to him. So there's a lot of potential. I don't even want to specify or go into all the different angles because we'll be on here another hour. But there's so many guys out there that this whole bloodline thing could just blow off. I think the whole Sammy thing, if they do Sammy, that'll come later. Sammy's going to be licking his chops after this weekend, so I don't think he's going to show up anywhere else and start anything new. I do like the whole thing for Survivor Series. I think that would be pretty fucking awesome. But I don't think they want to over. If there's going to be as many title changes as we're predicting, I don't think they want to overbook too much with the bloodline stuff, right? Because it'll take away from other aspects of SummerSlam. We want people to remember SummerSlam in a whole, not just for The Rock showing up, but who knows? It is SummerSlam. This is the big show for them. So we could.
Yeah, going to be 2 nights in a couple years.
Yeah. So where's it at in 2 nights? For the 2-night version?
Minnesota, I think.
Is it Minnesota? So
Good.
This is going to be an interesting pay-per-view. Unfortunately, I'm not going to catch it on the replay. I'm going to try to sit down tonight when we get home about 11 o'clock from a wedding. So I'm going to try to sit down tonight at 11 o'clock and try to watch it.
So nobody posts any spoilers.
Yeah, don't post anything. Don't post absolutely nothing.
I've barely even gone to bed yet, so I hope to be awake by that time to actually enjoy it.
Make sure you're posting winners and that kind of stuff on the Facebook page so we can get that stuff out there to everybody. So, but it's going to be a good pay-per-view. SummerSlam's always a good pay-per-view. There will be some surprises. So excited about that kind of stuff. It's going to be hard to hide from the spoilers because I can't stay off my phone. I'm on my phone about 9 hours a day.
Average for the average person, anyway.
Yeah, right. It's outrageous.
All you got to do while you're DJing, have your headphones off of one ear, earbud in this ear, have your phone on a stand, and DJ at the same time.
I could do it.
There you go.
I have Damien with me, so he's going to be spinning most of the tunes.
Hey, there you go. So all you got to do is sit there and watch SummerSlam. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, that should be all right. I'll just sit there and watch SummerSlam.
There you go.
We have Jason. We have a cake cutting coming up. Shh. Roman's coming. Anyway, that's going to do it here for our SummerSlam WrestleMania show. Our SummerSlam show. We will be back next week.
Head, huh?
Yeah, I'm
WrestleMania.
always thinking ahead. Vegas, baby. Vegas. We will be back next week. We'll figure out the schedule. We'll try to get out Tuesday. We'll try to get out Friday again. Definitely Friday will be later on in the evening. I'm thinking 7 o'clock if you guys are available. Ricky, you're on vacation.
I will be starting vacation.
And he will be drunk.
Next Friday is the 9th, and by midnight that will be birthday number 40 for this guy.
Oh, 40 years old. Good
birthday,
Lord.
Happy birthday.
Coming up. So,
all right, we got somebody from Facebook that's never been here before. Van Ming, maybe. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. They're saying hello. That's not Damien.
Hello, how you doing?
I don't think so.
Go over to YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate the follow on Facebook. We love it. Again, our Facebook page is just going absolutely crazy. That one video on Facebook, over 17 million views.
Damn.
Whoa.
Absolutely
What
crazy.
video?
The one with my ball sack.
Oh, I thought you hitting my bald head. Sorry.
You should go check it out. Yeah, you should go check it out. So anyway,
I will definitely be looking for that one.
Make sure, yeah. It's a real short video.
It's a peak.
Really, really short video. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us today, Scotty, Ricky, T-Bone. Thank you so much. We're going to do this again next week. Again, if you're just catching us here on YouTube, whether live or in VOD, please go like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Ring that bell. We need your support. We're trying to get to 1,000. I don't know why. There's really no incentive to get to 1,000 except
Just to beat the independent rewind.
We beat the independent rewind. So anyway, they're climbing too. Go check those guys out too. Don't subscribe. Just check them out. Watch the videos. Get them their views. Don't subscribe to them. Don't do that. Anyway, you can also catch us in podcasting form. We're on iTunes.
What?
We're on Spotify.
What?
We're on iHeartRadio.
What?
We are on YouTube podcast. If you flip over to the YouTube podcast version, we are definitely all over that.
What?
Yeah.
We are not on Google Play though.
Damn.
Scotty fucked it up. I don't know what he did. He ate through the algorithm. That's all I know. He ate through the algorithm, and we're no longer on there. But make sure you go leave us a comment. We love comments. We love all the comments. We get a ton of them. Most of the time, it's saying you guys suck, but whatever. We love the comments. Go give us a review. We don't have any reviews on anything we do. Go give us a good review. 5-star, 4-star. I mean, it should be 5-star. Anytime I'm away, it should be 5-star.
It's the Meltzer rating. We need 7 stars.
Yes.
Hell
7
yeah.
stars. Yeah. You should be outrating Kenny Omega's matches when it comes to giving us star ratings. So again, thank you guys so much for having us, and we'll see you next time.
On the hard way.
Yes.
Oh, there's your dishwasher.
It's his dishwasher.